Hello, hello. I am Michael's son. Excerpt 12 of letter 2 tells us about a new exalted vision that Jesus had of the eternal, divine, universal dimension and of the constant love activity of the Father. The Father, Mother, universal love. Please enjoy the reading. Letter 2, Excerpt 12. New exalted vision of the eternal, divine, universal dimension and of the constant love activity of the Father. Therefore, returning to my recounting of those days, let me take you back to a special day which bore fruit amongst my listeners and made a lasting impression in the minds of my disciples. Hence, for me also it was a particularly meaningful day. I took time off from the pressure of people to go into the hills to pray and meditate to recharge my spiritual batteries by making a deep, strong, more powerful connection with the Father within me. This connection was so rapidly obscured within my consciousness when I was busy amongst the crowds that I was exhausted. Arriving in the cave I used when in that area, I pulled out the pallet hidden under a rock and lay down to sleep. Instead of sleep, however, I felt the immediate flow of divine life, the Father, and the tiredness was dissolved as my body was charged with the power which is the creative source of all being. I was lifted in consciousness into golden light, and as I was traveling upward within this light, it suddenly changed to purest white, and I knew that in consciousness I was now at the portals of the equilibrium, which is the eternal, the universal, the infinite dimension beyond our conception of human mind. I observed the light, but was not of it, nor was it powerful within me, since this was the God dimension of the void, the no form of the universal equilibrium. But it communicated with me and infused me with its glowing love. It impressed in me, yet again, that it was the creating, perfecting, healing process love governing all existence. I knew that wherever there was lack, there would eventually be fulfillment, even as waters flow to fill a lake. Where there is misery, there will be joy, because it was the nature of the universal to move into any living thing in need to bring fulfillment and joy. I knew that where there was no growth, circumstances would arise to promote the growth. I knew that where there was a sense of failure, challenges would be provided to spur people into success and self-confidence. I saw that this love work constantly initiated by the Father in the lives of overburdened people might not be recognized as a gift of love by the recipients. They might be so sunk in their apathy, feelings of failure, their belief that nothing good could ever come their way, they would fail to see anything in their lives beyond their own beliefs and feelings. Hence, they would remain rooted in their own self-created hell. There was no need to feel sorry for anyone. The only need was a compassionate heart and a determination to bring truth to heal their ignorance. The greatest gift a man could give to another was the enlightenment of the ignorance of existence and its cosmic laws. For the truth was, every single soul was embraced within the universal, and the degree of universal input via the Father love work in their lives depended entirely on the individual's receptivity. I realized that what people needed urgently to hear was what I had just been told. They needed to see and fully realize the intention and the purpose and the potential of love which was the very substance of their being. Because of their disbelief, they might cast the Father love work aside as being more pain-inducing challenges and thus lie down in their failure forever. I now saw even more clearly I was sent to awaken people to all the possibilities for self-development, prosperity, and the achievement of joy and happiness. But it would be up to them to wake up and take advantage of what was offered them. I remember that this upliftment lasted all night, and in the morning I rose feeling alive as never before. My message had been clarified. I had seen even more clearly the reality of the Father, and I knew that I would be able to go out that day and meet the crowds and transmit to them the power and the life of what had been shown me. Hello, hello. So how was that beautiful passage of the letters? Please allow me to reread a few lines for you. I knew that wherever there was lack, there would eventually be fulfillment, even as waters flow to fill a lake. Where there is misery, there will be joy, because it was the nature of the universal to move into any living thing in need, to bring fulfillment and joy. I knew that where there was no growth, circumstances would arise to promote the growth. I knew that where there was a sense of failure, challenges would be provided to spur people into success and self-confidence. Thanks so much for being here today with me. Please click on the button below to subscribe to my channel. Give me a like if you like this video. And thanks so much for sharing with friends. I'll see you tomorrow, guys and girls. I love you all. Bye-bye.